Senior Deputy Governor Carolyn Rogers says the Bank of Canada is overhauling how it talks about inflation as it heads into a 5-year mandate renewal with the federal government later this year. In a speech in Manitoba on Thursday, Rogers acknowledged that the bank's past efforts to explain its decisions have sometimes backfired, led to confusion or even a sense that we were moving the goalposts, and that the institution is now trying to rebuild clarity before the next framework is locked in for 2026 to 2031. The timing is delicate. Last week, Governing Council held the policy rate steady at 2.25% after 2 straight cuts earlier this year, while Statistics Canada's latest reading showed headline CPI cooling to 1.8% in February. That calm headline masks a noisy backdrop. The recent oil shock tied to the conflict in Iran is pushing gasoline prices higher, and federal tax changes have been distorting year-over-year comparisons. Rogers said the bank has widened the suite of underlying inflation metrics it watches to cut through that noise, but admitted the proliferation of measures has left some Canadians unsure what the bank is actually targeting. Beyond the near-term fog, Rogers warned that the next 5 years could be as turbulent as the last. Structural forces, U.S. protectionism and tariffs, stalled population growth after aggressive immigration curbs, and the rapid adoption of artificial intelligence are reshaping supply and demand in ways that make inflation more variable. She said the bank is working to detect supply shocks in real time, using higher-frequency data rather than waiting for them to filter through traditional reports, and is reviewing how it measures shelter costs to better reflect the housing pressures Canadians feel in their budgets. Crucially, Rogers reaffirmed confidence in the 2% inflation target that anchors the framework, arguing it helped keep expectations in check during the post-pandemic spike. Canadians, she added, have told the bank they value stability in both prices and interest rates after the whipsaw of hikes and cuts in recent years. The mandate review, conducted jointly by the bank and the Department of Finance every 5 years, will test whether the current flexible inflation targeting regime can handle a world of overlapping shocks while communicating policy in plain language. In short, the bank isn't changing its target, but it is changing its tone. Fewer technical yardsticks that feel like shifting goalposts, more real-time detection of supply hits, and a clearer link between policy and the cost of groceries, gas, and rent.